Have you ever wondered where exactly Gandalf the Grey lived? Where did he hang up his hat after a long day? And where exactly did he hide his fireworks factory? Now, we all know that Saruman lived at Isengard, his great tower filled with many treasures, such as the Palantir. Orthanc had everything he needed, from books of lore to all the ingredients necessary to build himself an army worthy of Mordor. But what about Gandalf? Did he have a cozy wizard's den tucked away somewhere? And Radagast the Brown, well known for his affinity with animals and magical herbs. He resided in Rosgobel, nestled in the southern region of Mirkwood. His humble abode housed potions, lotions, and magical plant fertilizer. Not to mention, it served as a warm shelter for his injured animal friends. And what about the elusive blue wizards? Well, they linger on the edges of our imagination, their whereabouts shrouded in mystery. Now, let's focus on Gandalf. After thousands of years wandering Middle-earth, did he have a permanent residence? Unlike the other wizards, Gandalf was the one actively doing his job, not taking days off to put his feet up. While Saruman buried himself in books, Gandalf roamed the lands, gaining knowledge of its people, lore, and hidden dangers. He was well known among all the inhabitants of Middle-earth, from the common Barlam and Butterbur to the majestic kings of elves, men, and dwarves. Even higher beings like Treebeard and Tom Bombadil recognized his presence. So, did Gandalf have a secret haven? It's never explicitly mentioned in the lore, but perhaps his home was wherever he was needed most. He stayed in places like the Shire, Minas Tirith, Rivendell, and Lorien. Maybe he kept a few belongings in Rivendell and Lorien. Safe, trusted places where he was welcomed. The elves, who knew Gandalf the longest, called him Mithrandir, meaning Grey Pilgrim or Wanderer in Sindarin. And indeed, his life was a perpetual journey across Middle-earth. His lack of settling in one place demonstrated his restless spirit. He was no mere resident. He was a nomad, a seeker of wisdom, and a guardian of hope. Now, let's delve into the mystery of Gandalf's hidden caches. With so much time in the wilderness, it is not hard to imagine enchanted caves, concealed from mortal eyes, where he stashed supplies and artifacts. These secret sanctuaries could have held everything he needed for his tasks: scrolls of forgotten spells, elven rope, and perhaps even a spare wizard hat. Not to mention a spare barrel or two of old Toby. And being the main adversary to Sauron, having no fixed address was indeed an advantage. His enemies couldn't predict his next move. Or maybe he had a hidden residence so well hidden, he whispered incantations to ward off intruders, ensuring his secrets remained safe. So, dear viewers, did Gandalf have a hidden, unknown residence? Or was he the ultimate couch surfer, staying with whoever would put up with him? And now, the fireworks factory. Remember those dazzling displays at Bilbo's 11th birthday party? Well, we know Bilbo's presence came from Erebor and Dale. It's possible that Gandalf was allowed to make his fireworks in the forges of the dwarves. Imagine him there, donning a fireproof cloak surrounded by sparks and laughter. It's unlikely he would have been manufacturing fireworks in the tinderboxes of Lorien or Rivendell. Or perhaps the dwarves themselves just delivered the presents to a more convenient location, such as Bree, and he was still pally enough with Saruman at the time, who allowed him the use of Orthanc as a place to create the fireworks. Maybe they even created fireworks together, setting them off from the top of Orthanc over a glass of wine. We may never get an answer, so do leave your opinions below. In the end, my friends, Gandalf's true residence was not a physical place, but a legacy. A tapestry woven from courage, wisdom, and the flicker of a wizard's staff. So, where did Gandalf live? He lived in the hearts of those he touched, in the winds that carried his wisdom, and in the stars that witnessed his deeds. And remember, fellow conquerors, sometimes the greatest magic lies in the questions left unanswered. And if you made it this far, please don't forget to subscribe and join our growing legion of inquisitive lore seekers.